So this is the last part of Mada Murcha Sannyasa. Till now, within 4 parts, we were discussing about Mada and Murcha. In this part, we will discuss about Sannyasa, features of Sannyasa. So Sannyasa, this condition, what we can tell here actually, the reference is Durge Ambasti Yatha Majjat Bhajana Tvaraya Buddha Grihniya Talam Apraptam Tada Sannyasa Pididam. We saw the Nidana and the Samprapti behind Madamur Sannyasa. So according to different Acharyas, it can be Charaga, Susruta, Ashtanga, Madhava Nidana. They have collectively or togetherly they told about the Nidana, the positive factors behind manifestation of Madamur Sannyasa and what kind of Samprapti going behind these kind of conditions. So there no need to explain again that kind of Nidana and that kind of Samprapti. We will see peculiar features of Sannyasa, how it can be differentiated from Mada and Murcha condition. As we know, according to the preceding order, this will be the most severest one because sannyasa will be little bit severest one than moksha and the last one that is mada. So according to different acharyas, certain similes, resemblance they have been given in their respective samhitas. How can we correlate? How can we correlate? How can we make it understand the condition of a sannyasa? So Durga Ambasi Yatha Majjat Bhajana Tvaraya Buddha Grihaniya Talam Apraptam Tada Sannyasa Peditam. This is one type of simile or specific feature narration of a sannyasa. So we have seen regarding Mada and Murcha. Now we will see regarding sannyasa. So with the Vidishodadhyaya already it has been mentioned regarding the sannyasa nidana. Again he has told there. So according to Charaga or according to the other acharyas, this is the other type of simile. How can we approach the condition called sannyasa? Or how should a physician approach a patient suffering from sannyasa or syncope condition? If an individual is plummeting towards sannyasa, then hurriedly management has to be adopted to rescue afflicted individual as a bhajana, pitcher or pot singing in Durga Basi deep water in pool has to be lifted up much before it sinks and touches the bottom. Once it sinks to bottom of the pool, then it is difficult to find it and make it out of the water. Similarly, it infers that an afflicted individual sunk in pronounced stage of sannyasa may be difficult to rescue. What does it mean? A physician should take utmost care or utmost keen, utmost sudden approach or treatment towards the case of a sannyasa or syncope. This simile or this sloka says a mud pot or a pitcher if it is sinking in water before it touches the bottom of that water or before it touches the bottom of that pool or well whatever it may be, we should lift it up suddenly before it touches over the pool. If it touches over the bottom of the pool, it will be very much difficult to pick up from the bottom of the pool. It will be fully filled with water also. So likewise, if a person is suffering with a sannyasa, that much sudden treatment or sudden approach we should adopt towards the case of that kind of patient. That does it mean by this simile or the reference. Again, it tells that if an individual afflicted with that kind of condition, it will be shows again. It will shows again pronounced stage of sannyasa may be difficult to rescue. So if a person is suffering with that kind of condition, it will be so much difficult to take up him from that kind of situation also. So sudden insidious type of or instant type of treatment we should take against a sannyasa patient. Similarly, according to another Acharya, another kind of simile has been given. Yadha amaloshtam salile nishiktam samudhare davas vilinameva tadvat chikilse tvaraya bishak masvedanam mrityuvasham prayadam. Here also it is telling regarding the same thing only. What does it mean? Again, a person is affecting with this kind of thing, or a mud pot which is sinking in water. If we put a mud pot, an earthen pot which is made up of mud, we put in the water, as it is prepared with, as it is made out of mud or sand, it will start to melting out, it will start to disintegrate with the, whenever it will come in contact with the water. So soon after that, we should take it out from the water, otherwise it will completely destroy. So that kind of treatment, that kind of action we should adopt in case of sannyasa. Vishaksam asvedanam mrityuvasham. If the person is not sweating, if the person approaching the impending death also, in that condition, we should adopt these kind of things again and again. According to Charaka, according to Madhavadana, again it is telling dosheshu madamurchayaha kritavegeshu dehina swayamevopashamyanti sannyaso naushadher vina वाग्देह मनसां चेष्टामाक्षिप्य मतिबला मलाः सन्न्यस्तद्यबलं जन्तुं प्राणायतनसंश्रिताः सम सन्न्यास सन्न्यस्तः काष्ठीभूतो मृतोपमः प्राणैर्विभुञ्चति शीघ्रं मुक्त्वा सद्यः फलक्रियाः. So according to Charaka in Vidishodhi Adhyaya and according to Madhavadana also, they are telling the mala, the vitiated here, mala it denotes dosha, vitiated doshas only. Adibala, acutely aggravated doshas. The aggravated malas, the aggravated doshas will affect over the vak, speech, deha over the body, and manas, mind, perception of mind also. And this will lead to akshepan of chesta, cessation of all activity, some kind of temporary stoppage of activities of our body, along with activities of mind also, by taking abode in pranayatana commended by Chakrabani. So here pranayatana, which means hridaya, this will affect over the vital center. As the main center, we can consider it as hridaya. This will take sthana samsraya or sthana at the pranayatana, which over the heart region. Weakness the individual, it will makes the person more weak. It weakens the individual and results in absolute unconsciousness. So what kind of feature we can see there? Kashti Buddha. That kind of person is affiliated with sannyasa. So such individual will collapse. They will get rid of consciousness. They will go to unconsciousness level like Kashti Buddha, a log of food, a piece of food which means which will fall down over the floor always. Or Mrutopama, like a dead body or corpse. So these kind of things we should treat instantly. Hence, sannyasa is characterized by absolute loss of consciousness in an afflicted individual. It should be considered as an emergency condition. So, with respect to an emergency perception, we should treat this kind of sannyasa condition because afflicted individual would die quickly if appropriate therapy like a sadhya prabodhanakari management. This means management bestowing consciousness instantaneously. Having immediate action is not administered. So, Sadhya Prabodhanakari type of management in that kind of people or in a person who is afflicted with sannyasa, certain kind of management is needed, which means the consciousness will come back to that kind of people. That should be administered instantaneously, suddenly. That does the sloka says here. Similarly, Ashnakridaya also the same thing it is told here. Dosheshu madamurchayaha kritavegeshu dehinam swayamekopashamyanti sannyaso naushadirvina. So without aushada, it cannot be come back to the consciousness level for a patient. So doshas will be afflicting. This will affect over the hridaya region along with the as well as inside of manas also. Vak, Deha, Manasam, Cheshta, Makshipya, Madhivalam. So it will affect over the Vak, Deha and Manas. It affect over the bodily movements. Sannyasam, Sannipadita, Pranayadana, Samsaya. It will afflict over the main, the Pranayadana portion, the vital center. Here we can see the main abode, main sthana where these aggravated doshas will settle over, that is Hridaya region only. Kurvandi Tena Purusha Kashti Puda Mutobamaha. If a person or individual afflicted with the sannyasa condition, they will become like a log of wood, a piece of wood, which means because of devoid of any type of activity. The complete state of unconsciousness will be there for that patient, or like a dead body also. Mriyeda Shikram Shikram Che Chikilsa Na Pravinchade. So instantaneously, suddenly we should go with the Chikilsa. That also Shikra, very fast. Otherwise, it will not be useful for that patient. So considering the summary of these three topics, it for Mada, Murcha, Sannyasa, Dosha involvement we should consider first of all. According to different acharyas, togetherly they have been explained the Nidana, Visheshana of Tridosha, and where it will be getting settled over, and how the Samprati is going on, what will happen over the bodily actions as well as to the actions of mind also, that we should understand first of all. So, Charaka, Susruta, Ashtanga, Madhavadana, if we refer, some kind of similarity also we can see with respect to Nidana and Samprati. And separately for Morcha in Susruta, he has explained separate Nidana, Purarupa, Rupa. Types, Doshik wise types are there, Vataja, Pittaja, Kabaja, Sannipadaja. For each type of Mada, each type of Morcha, there are different specific features are there, depends upon the specific dosha which is involved more in that particular type of Morcha or Mada. As in an addition, Raktaja, Madhya, Vishja type of Mada and Morcha also have been explained by different acharyas. In case of sannyasa, we couldn't see that kind of specific types of sannyasa. As it is a severest condition, it is explained only in one particular way. We can't tell there are further types of sannyasas are present. Samprapti also, if we see different samprapti of these kind of things, it is more relevant, or it is more completing that vitiation of doshas where it is afflicting. So if we want to differentiate between Mada, Murcha and Sannyasa, it resulted due to gravity of vitiation of doshas only. Depends upon dosha vitiation. Charaka mentioned whenever after the onset of Mada and Murcha Vega, a Vega proceeds, dosha becomes China Bala. It goes depleted strength. Therefore, Mada and Murcha is afflicted, individual gets subsided on its own. So comparing with the Mada Murcha Sannyasa, specifically for Mada and Morcha, it will get subsided its own level. There is no need of particular severe type of a particular excessive type of treatment, or specific type of treatment is not need in much in case of Mada and Morcha. Why? Because after the onset of Mada and onset of Morcha, as Vega proceeds, doshas become China, because the doshas will come into China Bala, depleted strength level. In this point of view, Chakrabarti again comments over this condition. Commencement and or the starting and continuation of Vyadhi Vega itself is responsible for progressive Balakshana of doshas. So this concept is elaborately mentioned in the context of Vishamajara. Whenever we study with Vishamajara and Charaka Chikilsasana, third chapter, 17th sloka, there also is telling what's the concept of Chiyanamala or the Vyadhi Vega. Commencement, starting of and continuation of Vyadhi Vega itself is responsible for progressive Balakshana of dosha. So whenever a disease is started and it will continue with the further Vyadhi Vega avastha, this will cause itself for the progressive depletion of the strength of a doshas itself. It is explained in Vishamachara concept. Unlike Mada and Morcha, an individual afflicted with the sannyasa will be in Acheshtavastha, because there will not be any kind of activities. In sannyasa, Hridaya will be the vital center, because this pranayatana sthana, one among the pranayatana, is affected more. You can see immediate Ashugari Chikilsa. Immediate therapy or treatment is not administered here, then retrieval of the condition of patient is not possible. Patient cannot come back to the normal level. Ashankridaya, again in Sangraha and Madam Nidana, also mentioned that the characteristic features like Charaga. But in Susruta, he also mentioned that again the pronouns aggravated for the repeated aggravation of doshas or because of influence of tamoguna, it will result in fainting of an afflicted individual and fail to be awakened. Then such condition has to be understood as sannyasa. It is difficult to treat if he is not coming back to the normal consciousness level, and difficult to make him be awakening. The of unconscious, the level of or the episodes of unconsciousness subset by their own according mada and murcha caused by the doshas. But in one specific feature in sannyasa, they do not subset without medication. Similarly, Ashankridaya Sangraha mentions that condition of an individual afflicted with the sannyasa, like a deep water source filled with the dangerous crocodiles that may kill a person if he is not quickly rescued from water. Another simile, according to Ashankridaya. Similarly, person sinking deep in sannyasa, if not rescued immediately by apt management, would result in death of that particular patient. These are the features or similes we can see, or where we can understood the importance of sudden treatment or instantaneous treatment towards sannyasa. This is the features of a sannyasa madamurcha. So madamurcha sannyasa results due to indulgence in a unwholesome diet in prone persons afflicted with rajas and tamas. Etiology and symptomatology of these conditions has been mentioned in classics. Nidana, Purarupa, Rupa and Samprapti is delineated for Morsha and Susura Samhita separately. Subtypes are for both Mada and Morcha with the characteristic features of each type of. There is no subclassification mentioned for sannyasa. A consideration of Hedu, Linga, and Upashanti shows that sannyasa is more severe than Morcha, and the later one is more serious than Mada. Familiarization of specific signs and symptoms exhibited by each type of Mada and Morcha will help in diagnosis and better management. So in this condition, sannyasa, a quick and wise approach is inevitable as compared with the Morcha and Mada. So here we will finish with the Mada, Morcha, Sannyasa. Togetherly we can say the references for Dana, Purarupa, Samprapti with respect to Charaka, Ashtanga and Susruta. But according to Susruta, separately he mentioned Nidana, Purarupa, Lakshana, Samprapti for Morcha in Susruta Samhita. So here we will finish the topic. Thank you.